Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar today. We are talking about one of the biggest Shreem Brzee days of the entire year, which is why it's important to you, because as you know, Shreem Brzee is the mantra who can give you abundance, who can give you joy, who can give you blessings. And we at Pillai Center have a lot of things going on around Shreem Brzee, so you don't want to miss this day. It happens on May 7th. It's called Akshaya Tritiya, and I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. But what we want to talk to you today about is a few things on how you can, so that you can understand the importance of this day and then also what to do at home. So at Pillai Center, we always want to make sure you have everything you need for these important power times so you can make the most of them, because they only come, a lot of them only come once a year. And Dr. Pillai often says, well, if you miss it, you have to wait an entire year, so don't miss it. So today, I'm here with Pillai Center teacher Sucharita, which many of you know, and she is going to help us understand more about this very important day, the astrological significance, why this year is in particular different and even more powerful, the mythotherapy or history behind this special day, what you should do on this day, the ways you can make it even more beneficial for you. And then she's going to close us out with a puja, as Sucharita does oh so well. So Sucharita, are you there?
I sure am. Thank you so much, and welcome everyone. And as Jayrada has mentioned, it is a really powerful time of the year that we don't want to miss. It is such an incredible power time where the opportunity for all of us to dive inside of ourselves and create wealth consciousness. Until we create wealth consciousness from within, we won't experience it outside of us. Even if someone said, I'm going to give you $1 million, we would say, what? Why are you going to do that? We would be shocked because we wouldn't be prepared. So with this opportunity to come together on this very powerful day of Akshaya Tritiya, it is, Akshaya means everlasting or ever increasing. It doesn't diminish. And then Tritiya means the third waxing moon of the month of May. So every year at this time for 24 hours, for a full day, we can dive into Shreem Brzee consciousness. Shreem Brzee, as everyone knows, or if you're new to Pillai Center and Dr. Pillai's teachings, Shreem Brzee are the sounds that create the highest wealth consciousness. And when we go the highest, that's the fastest. So we're going to go into the cosmos on that day, and the cosmos is going to flood the earth plane, and we're going to align with that time slot. And so this cosmic energy that is ever growing, ever increasing wealth consciousness is going to be here for 24 hours, and it's going to give us this combination as well this year in 2019, in that there are 6 wealth or royalty producing yogas. Now these yogas are this ability to be in alignment or union with God. So it's a rare time, it's a rare combination of these astronomical or astrological planetary beings aligned in a certain way that it will increase millions and billions fold our efforts that we couldn't even do on our own. We wouldn't even understand it. But these yogas will give us this opportunity to go inside and really expand that wealth exponentially. So the 6 royalty wealth yogas are power boosters. And the first one that I'll share about is where Jupiter and the moon are in this mutual aspect of one another, and it creates this yoga called Gaja Kashari. So Gaja means elephant, and then Kashari means lion. And so that we all know that the elephant is this royal beast, and you don't mess with it. And in the ancient times, the royalty used to ride on the elephant to avoid getting trampled by everything else underneath it. So the lion also is the king of the jungle. So we have this royalty consciousness coming through these beautiful animals, and then that will give us the opportunity to dive into wealth and fame and money consciousness. So Jupiter Moon Gajrakshara Yoga gives us wealth, fame, and money consciousness. Then the second yoga is formed by Moon and Mars combining together, and it's called a Chandra Mangala Yoga. And it gives us the power to have high status or a good status in life. So a good job or a good career, or we are recognized or acknowledged by everyone in our family, everyone in our community, and everything that we do. So we're always feeling good about ourselves. And so that can also make us a benefactor of riches. So that's the Chandra Mangala Yoga. So Chandra is Moon, Mangala is Mars. So the third one is Jupiter, Mars. They're mutually aspecting in your chart. And then it creates this Guru Mangala. So Guru is Jupiter, and then Mars is Mangala. So Guru Mangala. And it gives us the power to have leadership qualities, earn high status for our efforts, our own efforts. So someone isn't just going to give it to us. We will have this high self-esteem that we will go after it. And we'll have the grace and blessings of Guru, which is fortune, luck, and grace. So we'll be aligned with that energy. And then the fourth one is Mars Moon squared by Jupiter, and that forms a Raja Yoga. Now, Raja means king or royalty consciousness. So it bestows good fortune. Venus is exalted in Pisces. That's the fifth yoga. And that is where Venus is in the 12th house from the sun. The sun now is transiting in its exalted position in the zodiac in Aries. So sun in Aries, sun represents our soul. So our soul is feeling exalted. It's feeling like, yeah, give me the soul food that I need. So it's really aligning us with this consciousness. It will just be like pouring all this consciousness into this beautiful vessel we call our souls. And our soul is going to be so thirsty and soak it all up. So that Venus exalted in Pisces, it creates Vasa Yoga. And then that gives us the ability to increase our awareness, our intelligence, both on whatever it is that we're doing in the world, and also our divine intelligence, our spiritual intelligence. We can meditate, we can chant, but we may not necessarily know what it's doing. So it will show up in our life because it will be spilling over. It'll be attracting those situations to us so that we will have that energy and that intelligence to go after our goals and to progress in life. So the final yoga is where all the exalted planets, sun is in Aries, so the sun is like the king of the zodiac, and the moon is like the queen of the zodiac. So they're both exalted. The sun, again, is in Aries, exalted position, moon, Taurus, exalted position, and then Venus is in Pisces, and that gives wealth and luxury. So we are just, if we just tune in, that is going to pour from the cosmos. That energy is going to come and wake up inside of us, grow, expand, and we will start to attract all that wealth and comfort and luxury, whatever it is that we want in life. So that's it in a nutshell.
Wow, that's great. I really wanted to understand that because I knew there's specific yoga's astrological significance for this year only. So we just heard about all 6, what they are and how we can benefit from them. So even more exciting for this year coming up. The other thing that I personally like a lot more clarity on is the mythotherapy behind this day. A lot goes on in this day, and historically. So there's many different archetypes involved. It's not just Lakshmi. So please help us understand more about that too.
Yeah, so there is a rich tradition of events, Dr. Pillai has shared, and it has occurred on this Akshaya Tritiya day. So it's a power time where, for example, Kubera, who is the banker of heaven, he was given that status by Lord Shiva, according to the Shiva Puranas. That's a sacred text in the Indian tradition. So it is for real. It happened historically. So it's not a myth. Although it is a myth, it is something that hasn't been written down except through these scriptures that were taken by the Vedic people at that time. Lord Krishna blessed his childhood friend Sudama with wealth and riches and material comforts, and that also was according to the Vedic scriptures. And here's the thing, is that gives us the opportunity to go inside and say, do we deserve wealth? Do we deserve to be happy and healthy and wise and have beautiful relationships and have all the comforts in life? At the level of the soul and at the level of the psyche, we might not be aligned. We all deserve it because we are a spark of the divine. We are gods, goddesses inside of us. So Krishna, blessing his childhood friend who was impoverished, he gave him that blessing, and instantaneously on Akshaya Tritiya day, he got it. So he was aligned with the highest consciousness, the Lord Krishna's consciousness. And then we also can tap into that, historically speaking, and enjoy the energy around that myth, the empowerment that comes when it's aligned at that day. So the divine vessel also produced food when needed in a miraculous way, and this divine vessel was called Akshaya, and it means, it was given to Draupadi, who was the wife of the five Pandavas. And in the Mahabharata is an epic story of how we overcome, as human beings, as a human race, we overcome all the dark forces and we get our throne back. We get to own that kingdom again. So the Pandavas had to fight all their hundreds of cousins who had taken over the kingdom, and Lord Krishna helped them to get it back. But when they were exiled from the kingdom for a long time, they got this pot, and I actually have an example of what it is because I had participated in previous years of Akshaya Tritiyas, and it's a simple copper pot. But when you have it in your space, it represents always having enough. So you will never be depleted. And all over the years that I've been studying with Dr. Pillai, the wealth has been increasing, has never declined. And I've always had everything that I've needed when I needed it. So having this in your space is not just an object, it is a sacred connection to that time when Draupadi was given the Akshaya Patra. So also on this day was goddess Parvati, and she is the consort of Lord Shiva. She came to the earth plane as goddess Annapurna, and Annapurna was the one goddess who fed the world. So not just the world, the whole universe. So on Akshaya Tritiya, that's a powerful thing to do, to be able to feed the whole world. So no one is starving, no one is hungry. What a wonderful world that would be. Again, so the fifth event is the river Ganga. So the river Ganga flowed from the heavens to the earth plane on this day and made the land fertile and then quenched the thirst of everyone. And it's the most sacred river. It's considered the most sacred river, the most holy river on the planet. So the sixth event is the great Veda Vyasa. He began to narrate the Mahabharata, and then Ganesha wrote it down. So he scribed it on this day. And then the seventh and final event that Dr. Pillai shared was the sixth incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who is Parasurama, and he's this warrior who turned into a yogi. And he understood that we can't fight to gain wealth. We have to go inside and create that wealth. We have to be a spiritual warrior and fight those dark forces within us. So if everyone on the planet did that, we wouldn't have to drop bombs on anyone. So Parasurama was born on this day, Akshaya Tritiya, and he was born during a Pradosham time. So he had a lot of karma busting abilities. So to have wealth, we have to also get rid of or clear out those karmic blocks or challenges many of us have lifetimes and lifetimes of poverty consciousness. And even in this lifetime, every country on this planet is in debt. So it's not so easy, if the consciousness is debt consciousness, for us to gain on our own efforts, through our own efforts at an individual level, community, family, country level. It's not easy to overcome that debt or poverty consciousness. And so we need the divine intervention. As Dr. Pillai shares, it's only going to be through divine intervention that we will gain the resources that we need when we need it. So Akshaya Tritiya is rich in the history and the mythology. The mythology is like mythotherapy. It's therapy for our soul. It wakes up our soul's consciousness to remember that we deserve it. And we have all the wealth, all the health, all the happiness, all the beautiful relationships will come with the blessings of all these divine beings who are honored on this day, as well as the goddess of wealth.
Thank you so much. That's great. I love what you said, how we are really bombarded by poverty consciousness and by scarcity. Most of us, right? Like, it's not a normal thing to feel ever non-depleting and abundant and full. And this is why Dr. Pillai wants us to connect with these archetypes, because their patterning, their energy pattern, is that of fullness, is that of completeness. And the more we connect with them, make friends with them, chant to them, we take on some of their qualities. And so then we have to keep doing it. It's a process to continue to do it. And so Sucharita at the end is going to give us a puja where we'll be able to connect more deeply with these archetypes. So that's an experiential portion of the webinar. Next, we want to talk about what to do on this day. So we've heard about why the significance of this day every year is important. Not only that, 2019 is even more powerful. Not to miss all these additional 6 yogas, the history, the archetypes behind it. And now here we are as humans leading a week or so away. What do we do, right? Like, we don't want to miss it. And Dr. Pillai has always said, make sure you don't miss these times as they come by. So Sucharita is going to give us some tips on what we can do at home. And then I'd also like for her to go through some of the significance of the remedies that we have being offered at Pillai Center, where you can participate. So not only are you able to do stuff at home, you'll have priests doing it for you on your behalf. In India, those are the experts, are the specialists that we help provide these proxy remedies for you. So you're really getting the benefit of both, your at-home practice as well as the soul support for the Vedic remedies being done for you. So please help us understand what to do at home.
Yeah, so at home, what we want to do is we're inviting the goddess into our space. We're inviting all these divine beings. So we're bringing literally heaven on earth. So if our space is a mess and it's cluttered and we're tired and we are not alert, we might miss, or we don't create the space for them, that energy, that cosmic energy, all those the power that we talked about, that wealth producing energy of all times. So we're tapping into eternity on the third, for 24 hours on that third moon day, Akshaya Tritiya. And then we are going to be getting that ever increasing, everlasting, non-declining, non-depleting. So it's going to be there all the time, exactly when we need it. So we want to clear the space. We want to clear the clutter. We want to clean space for the goddess or the gods or all these divine beings we spoke about, these archetypes to come in. Dr. Pillai's blessings are always there. It activates because he's our teacher. He will wake up our soul and he will align us more. He will tether us to this energy, so that it's like a great Wi-Fi connection. We walk around with our phones and we're trying to get a good Wi-Fi signal. And that's what Dr. Pillai is like, right here, this is where it is, at the soul level. So he is beyond the body, he's beyond the mind, he is waking up our soul because he knows who is thirsty for this. He knows who wants to create wealth consciousness, because not all of us are born into royalty and or in a high status or a high position in life. But because at the level of the soul, we're God, he's aligning us so that we are all eligible for that. So cleaning the space, you can observe a fast. You don't have to do a full fast, as Dr. Pillai shared, do a partial fast. So you're just going to avoid things like meats and dairy and maybe your wine and cigarettes if you need to. Now, you don't want to go cold turkey if you're going to be disturbed, but maybe you can just cut back a little bit, because then your focus is going to be receptive to the divine. You're going to be in this divine head space and body space, because when we eat too much, it's heavy, we're sluggish. And then the divine is like tapping us and saying, hey, let me in, and we're busy digesting. So our food or wine or whatever it is, we're not alert. So observe the fast however you would like to, maybe some juice, some fruits, some herbal teas, not too heavy, maybe some crackers. So whatever you'd like to do. Some people go hardcore and eat nothing. You got to be careful, because you got to watch your blood sugar, because you want to be alert. So you have to have some blood sugar for your brain to notice when this energy is coming in, because when it comes in, you're going to feel it, and you're going to feel like you ran a marathon at the end of it. That's the intensity. And that's why we want to tune in. And we want to get into a divine mindset. If you have vibhuti, which is white sacred ash, you can apply that on your forehead, and kumkum is the red powder. You can put it on the spot between your two eyebrows, and that will help you to get into a divine state of mind, a divine mind. And then you can chant Shreem Brzee. You can listen to recordings. If you're in Shreem Brzee Collective, we have that program is offered through Pillai Center Academy, and many people who are watching today are members of that, so welcome. And anyone who wants to join Shreem Brzee Collective, it is a fabulous opportunity to cultivate with the community all around the world wealth consciousness for all. And then when we connect the dots with everyone across the globe, we'll create a network, and we will grab that consciousness and hold on to that consciousness and build it and expand it. So Shreem Brzee Collective is such a fabulous opportunity for all of us, especially right before Akshaya Tritiya. Come and join, and then on Akshaya Tritiya, you will have all this divine support from everyone in the program that you would not have on your own, because it's exponential when you get into a group chanting, meditating on Shreem Brzee. Again, those sounds, Shreem Brzee, are the highest sounds for developing wealth consciousness, creating it, building it, expanding it. So you can't just say Shreem Brzee and hope it all works out. You've got to really dive deep. And Dr. Pillai initiates us in that process. He awakens all the billions and trillions of cells in our bodies and in our subtle bodies, our minds, our souls. I don't know how it works, but it's like taking a Tylenol. It just works if you have a headache. So if you have poverty consciousness, Shreem Brzee works. It makes you have royalty consciousness and wealth consciousness. It just does it. So being within the community, Shreem Brzee Collective community, is awesome. And we have so much going on in there, but you're welcome to check that out afterwards and see if that resonates with you. So Shreem Brzee chanting can be done. Shreem Brzee meditating can be done. There are lots of free YouTubes. There are Shreem Brzee courses that are in Pillai Center as well, that are evergreen courses, so you can do it your self-study, you can do it on your own. So please look into that and see what resonates with you. And that will, when it resonates with you and you go, oh, I think I'm going to do this, it's actually the goddess saying, yes, please feed me. Feed me what will make me to give you the blessings. So you can shower before you do a meditation or a prayer, or you're going into a deep chanting session. People chant for hours and hours on end. We have 24 hours to do it. So you can be chanting out loud. You can be chanting internally, silently. You can be chanting when you're traveling. You can be chanting in between your calls at work, your meetings at work, on your breaks. If you're at home, you can be chanting whenever you can. Meditating again. So you want to dress up even like the goddess, and you don't, doesn't mean that you have to wear a dress. It could mean that you are dressing like a regal person, or someone who has a lot of wealth. So go and find your best looking clothes and dress up and be like all the wealthy people, all the royalty dresses up, even when they're just out and about in their daily life. So get into that state of being, and then the wealth consciousness will manifest. You'll attract it like a magnet. So if you have a yantra or statue or picture, as we do here, we have yantra is a machine. So I'll give you just an example of one here for a bigger one. So this is an example of a yantra for Lakshmi, Shreem Brzee, and it's a landing pad. All these are landing pads for the divine. So a yantra, a statue, a picture on the mantle there. There's other big yantras of the goddess Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi yantras. Yantras are geometrical designs for the divine to come in. So it's like an X marks the spot. And then having a statue or an image helps us to relate to God or goddess in their own image. As God said, I made man, I made woman in my image. So instead of wondering what our imagination is going to reveal to us, we can see the images or the portrayals of these archetypes. And you can see this is a royal Lakshmi. She's got the elephants on either side. So Gaja Lakshmi is her name. Gaja means elephant. So that's the royalty consciousness. So when you're just gazing at these archetypal images, the statues, the yantras, the pictures, it will help you to really dive deep. I have a mala bead especially for Lakshmi. It's you can purchase it on Pillai Center. And it is something that we all in Shreem Brzee Collective, we all use our mala beads, our prayer beads, to count the amount of Shreem Brzees that we do, and then help us to focus our mind. And you can see there's a little image or archetype of the goddess, and I can just look at her. So those are the kinds of things that you can do. So you can be doing this puja, which is an elementalization. I'll get to that in a minute. You can pour water or milk or juice on the yantra and then rinse it off and then do your puja. You can pour water, milk, or juice on your statue. And if you have a laminated picture of the goddess, you can pour water, milk, or juice on that laminated picture. And it will start to come alive, because hydration, the ceremony is also known as a hydration ceremony. We're made of mostly of water. Every human being has about 60 to 80% water, depending on the studies that reveal, the researchers who have actually measured it across the globe. But in general, about 60 to 80% of us is water. So when we give something that is liquid to these sacred objects, we are again able to commune. There's some metaphysical exchange going on. So that's what you can do at home. If you have anything else, one more thing. Akshaya Tritiya is a power time across the globe where jewelers are just in their glory, because it is a time to buy gold. So even if you buy a little piece of gold, in that moment, it's like you are the king, you are the queen, and you are adding it to your treasury. And then that is the seed money or the seed gold that will keep you expanding your consciousness, always wanting to invest wisely. You want to save, you want to have all the comforts, everything that represents wealth. You want to have that consciousness and those material objects or comforts, the money in the bank. And then that will always remind you, because it will be supercharged with Akshaya Tritiya blessings from all these divine beings. So buy gold on that day.
Great, thank you so much. So you showed us some of the statues and yantras, and I was actually just reminded that we have a very special statue in one of the packages on the remedies, and that's the very special Lakshmi that Dr. Pillai himself, let's see.
Yeah, so here she is here.
There she is. So she's the one with the three-hooded snake over top of her. Dr. Pillai designed and created this. It came to him in a meditation. This, he says, is the Shreem Brzee Lakshmi statue. All the other Lakshmi statues, and if you have other ones, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with them. This one is just the newest form of her that brings in this new Shreem Brzee energy that Dr. Pillai is always cultivating, always creating, always tapping into. You heard him talk about last week the rediscovery of Brzee. And she's showing them. There's the Shreem Brzee yantra.
Yeah, so here it is here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2x2 yantra, and it has the sacred design, sacred geometry, and then it is the landing pad for Shreem Brzee as of now, as of Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. And then there's a special one here. I'll just quickly do this while we're talking about it. And this is the one that was created for Dr. Pillai out of a special naughty leaf reading, wasn't it?
Yes,
right?
yes. And that's a 5, we call that one the 5 symbol Shreem Brzee yantra. So that's how you'll differentiate them on the site. So when you are able to take a look. And also this is reminding me that this is the most powerful time of the year to have your stuff energized. So if you don't have any of these things and you want to purchase them, you can even purchase them individually and have them energized on Akshaya Tritiya so that you'll receive them when they have this full potential of energy. But the remedy packages are like crazy. Like we always do huge things like elephants and horses and I know you've been to India when we do these grand ceremonies. They're just out of this world. So I wanted to really quickly just go through some of the significance and help people understand that, Sucharita, if you don't mind. There's the cow puja, the elephant puja, the horse puja, and we have 7 days of Shodasa Mahalakshmi pujas to 16 different forms of Lakshmi, just to give you guys an idea of like how much this encompasses. This is our really all-in Lakshmi day, right? Like this is the this is the one day if you want to really be like, okay, yeah, this is I'm all in, right? Like just do everything you need to do to her or for her. This is your day. Then we go on and there's 8 priests, Kubera Fire Lab, Ashwaya Lakshmi Fire Lab, ever increasing wealth to the cow, the horse, and the elephant puja. You can order individual different remedies if you like, and then they're all categorized at the bottom of the page, and you can get to that link from your viewing page for the different packages that you want to go for. And this is reminding me that I need to buy these because also if you register by April 30th, you get 133 bonus rituals that are just free on top of what you're getting. And then we have packages priced, ranged for hopefully everyone. And then there's really the Elite Plus is the one that has the little statue in it. And she's just so amazing. When you hold her, like she's everything. So Sucharita, if you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit more about the significance of these particular pujas and rituals and why we should really go for this.
Yeah, so traditionally, this was only celebrated by the royalty, so kings, queens, leaders of the world at that time, all people who were in a high status or holding high positions in life. They sponsored these rituals or remedies because they knew that there were going to be ups and downs throughout the year. And they didn't want their wealth to decline because they have to run the kingdom and they've got to protect the kingdom, and that costs money. And it costs all kinds of things. So not only will we get wealth, but our status in life will be maintained. So if a neighboring kingdom or queendom came along and took us over, we would lose our kingdom, we would lose our queendom. So that with the divine intervention, when we honor the goddess and we honor all these beings through all these remedies that traditionally, and they continue to do it, so many politicians and world leaders, even the queens, even the queen goes to the temples in India and she will honor the goddesses because this is the tradition, how to gain royalty consciousness. So high leaders in business, Apple, Mac, and so on. Everyone goes to the gods and the goddesses to help to understand how to do business, because your intellect will be really sharp and you will have the protection. So how we can say we want to meet the queen, or we want to meet presidents, or we want to meet someone in a high status position, but if we don't resonate with that, we won't know how to meet up with them. So these rituals will prepare us at the level of the body, the mind, the soul. There are 133. So that's a lot on one day or a few days. I think it's going over several days.
7 days. So if you join by April 30th, it'll be 7 days preparing up to May 7th.
Yeah. So again, it's an opportunity for all of us, because we wouldn't have this opportunity otherwise. Even if you are from the Hindu tradition, you were born into it, and you went to the temples, you wouldn't necessarily get this type of in-depth monitoring of your soul and saying, hey, what do you need now? Because when we sponsor these rituals, when we sponsor these remedies, that consciousness is waking up inside of us. We don't have to jump on a plane and go to the other side of the world and hang out for a couple of weeks when it all gets done. So this is the beauty of technology today. And then Dr. Pillai has awakened this. He's had permission from the lineage that he hails from, the Tamil Siddha lineage. So there are a lot of secrets that get revealed, and secrets at the level of the soul. So everyone is going to get their own individual charge or enhancement of this special time. So there are packages where you can, again, as Sucharita mentioned, you can see what resonates with you, and you will feel it. You will just know, I must do this. And God only knows, or Goddess only knows what you can do. So don't do things out of desperation or fear. It's just, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to find a way, and I'm going to cut back on something else. I'm going to look in my budget and see if I can, go without several Starbucks all year long, and what will that add up to? And it adds up fast. If you have a Starbucks a day, oh my God, you can do any of these packages. So let's get down to it. So the cow, or go puja, represents Lakshmi consciousness, also Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is this divine cow that has special powers to fulfill your desires. And I have one here from another Akshaya Tritiya time throughout the years. I'm not sure when it came, probably in the very, very beginning, a long, long time ago, because I haven't seen it since. But this is a silver one, and this is a wish-fulfilling tree behind. And then you have this beautiful goddess. You can see her face, and she's smiling. She's so happy. And then there's a Shiva Lingam there. She's pouring milk on it, so she's always doing abhishekam, so she's always bringing the divine. So having this in your space, or honoring it in this puja, then you will get your desires fulfilled. So the goddess Lakshmi is in the cow, represented by the cow, because the cow's milk is what nourishes us from baby to old age. So the cow is called Go Puja, and then the horse, or Ashwa, is the name. The Vedic imagery is he's this beautiful being, very shiny, very bright, and he has 7 horses, and those 7 horses represent the 7 chakras. So the horse, or Ashwa, is something that will awaken your chakras. So it creates this antenna inside of us, or this connection, this ray of light, when all the chakras, these psycho-spiritual centers, are aligned on the spine, and they are shooting up all this energy up and out. The divine is like, oh, who's that? And so then it's like, again, X marks the spot for the divine. It lights you up, and then the divine can see, oh, I can pour in that energy into that person because they're ready for it. So the horse puja helps you to get into an alignment with your prana, your life force, all the chakras are rocking, and then you're ready to ride on that horse and be shiny and bright like the sun, the king of the zodiac and the king of your soul. So the elephant, or Gaja Puja, is associated with fortune and grace and luck. And Gaja, or elephant, is associated with the planet Jupiter and also Ganesha, the elephant archetype, who is always seen with Lakshmi because he represents success. You go to him to remove obstacles. Why? Because you want to feel success. You want to have success. So Ganesha is associated with the elephant, or Gaja Puja, and also Jupiter is associated with the elephant as well. So fortune, luck, grace, victory, success. And then those 8 priest homas, or fire labs, or prayers to the fire god Agni, is that vessel or vehicle that the divine comes in, because the divine is like millions and billions of suns, light and energy and power. If those beings just came in, we would fry. We would be like barbecue. We would be human barbecue. So we have to call on Agni to purify and to tone it down, to dial it down so we can handle it. And so Agni is the fire god, and he gets fed. And then when he gets fed, then it's like opening the door for all the divine beings to come. And then the Vedic specialists will give the fire the things that all the different divine beings like. So ghee is one of the things that the items, or the food of the gods. So a lot of ghee goes in there, special herbs go in, special wood or twigs or tree logs go in, because these are huge fires. They're not just little fires, they're big. And when you sit in front of them, oh my God, you feel like you've gone to another realm. You've gone to heaven. So all these priests will be around this fire pit, and they will be chanting these mantras to help us fulfill our wishes. So the Kubera fire lab, or it's also called Sucharita fire lab, it will bring in that consciousness to all the people who sponsor it, because their soul will be awakened. Your name gets read, your birth star gets read if it's known, and then you are there. Even though you're in your place wherever you are in the world, but your soul is there. It's sitting at the fireside. It's soaking it all up. It's merging with the divine beings coming in. And your physical, it doesn't need to be there. Although if you are in India and you want to stop by and you're going to sponsor it, for sure, go and enjoy. So this fire lab for Kubera is going to give victory and also wealth, financial, the ability to overcome your financial challenges. So people have had long-term chronic financial problems, like years and years, decades. Money comes and more money goes. It can never get on top of things. You never can get savings consciousness or invest in anything. Can't even buy a home for yourself. So this Kubera will say, I'm the banker of heaven and I'm going to do it for you. Or he will help you get a mortgage or get a loan, so that maybe you can't qualify. So he will fix that. He'll fix your credit. So calling on him through this 8 priest Sucharita fire lab is something that is available. And then there's an 8 priest Aishwarya Lakshmi. Aishwarya Lakshmi is the Lakshmi of wealth. So there's different Lakshmis. Just like in medicine, you can be a doctor of chiropractic, you could be a medical doctor, you could be an orthopedic surgeon, you could be a gynecologist, you could be a baby doctor, you can be all kinds of different doctors. So that's with Lakshmis, there's all kinds of different Lakshmis. And this particular Lakshmi puts an end to struggles. So if you've been struggling in any area of your life and you don't feel happy at all, you may even have money, you may even have all the comforts, and you may even have beautiful people and friends all around you, family members, but you are unhappy. You cannot resonate with joy and love and divinity. So she will deliver that to you. She will wake that up and say, hey, you got it all. And then she will also help you to find a purpose in life. She will help you to go and do something that's greater than your own self. And that could be being charitable with your time, your money, your energy. You might explore contributing to Hope Centers or Tripura Foundation, the kids who Dr. Pillai sponsors, and everyone who participates in those programs. You will get so many benefits, and you will feel it, and it will pour into your soul, it will pour into your heart, and you will feel this divine purpose. And it is the gift that keeps on giving, because you're helping people who cannot help themselves. And that is super special. And that's like a check mark on your list, your to-do list of what I need as a spiritually evolving person to do in this lifetime, as everyone, all the masters do. They are so charitable with their time, their money, their energy. They don't need anything. So everything that is gained, they give and give and give. And who wouldn't want to do that? To have that non-depleting energy where you just can give and give and give. That would be so divine. And it is so divine. And many of us who have been participating in Akshaya Tritiya over the years, over the decades, we feel it, we know it. We are so blessed, and we want to share this experience with you and encourage you to do this, because it is a once in a year, and it is the most fun time of the year to have this energy, and you know that you're connecting with the god, the goddess, and you see it show up in these miracle moments where, yep, you got approved for the loan, or you got a raise, you got a promotion, you got a new position, you got a higher status. What? Where did that come from? Or people in your life, your family members, or all your interpersonal relationships are full of joy and happiness, and they look up to you. So you can't buy that. You can't get educated for that. You can't turn back the clock of time and say, well, how come they were not seeing me that way before and now they are? It won't matter. All that will be gone. So it's kind of like history gets erased, and the memory of everyone, how they perceived you, gets erased. And then they see you in a whole different way. So those are the benefits as well. And then things can come to you out of nowhere. Many people have been given cars, beautiful homes, and it just came out of an inheritance that some distant relative passed away, and they liked you, they only talked to you once, and then they decided to leave you all of their belongings, including houses and cars and everything. So you inherited it for no reason. So that is like living like a king or a queen, and it's your birthright to inherit it. So those are a few things. So the donations are very, you can, on those services that are offered through Pillai Center, you can give umbrellas and sandals, and that gives you wealth. And then clothes will give you blessings. If you donate clothes, if you donate buttermilk to devotees, you'll gain spiritual knowledge. If you give fruit, notebooks, or pens, then you get Jupiter's blessings. Again, Jupiter is Guru in Sanskrit. Guru gives fortune, luck, grace. Even if it is misplaced or it's not in a great position in your chart, these will override all that and turn it into a benefactor for you. So Tarpanam is also done at Tilatarpanapuri, and that's the place where Lord Rama had offered Tarpanam, which is an ancestral offering to his deceased father. And then it's a power spot to get rid of poverty consciousness. So again, you can have all the money in the bank, you can have everything in the world, or you can have nothing and you're struggling. That is a consciousness. So that consciousness will just pull and pull and pull on us, such that even if you have enough, you'll be like, I don't have enough, I need more. So that's poverty consciousness. And then you will be like hoarding it, and then it will, you won't be expanding your consciousness. You'll be worried about it all the time. It'll worry you till you're sick, and it will worry you till you have disease, and it will worry you till you die. So you don't want any of that. And the goddess will, on this day, be able to help you to get rid of that by participating in that special Tarpanam that Lord Rama did for his deceased father to get rid of poverty consciousness once and for all. So there's a Sri Suktam Fire Lab, and that is, the Kanakadara chanting, and that is, there's a story about that. I won't go into it, but just remember, rain gold. So you see some gold coins here that we're going to offer during the puja. And it's like it's going to rain gold. And you can see up on the picture, there's on the mantle, Lakshmi has a pot of gold and she's pouring, imagine it pouring on you all the time. So gold consciousness, it's the divine currency in heavens and on other realms and also here on the earth plane. So it's the measurement of wealth. And it is a divine currency, it's a divine measurement. So we're going to get into that divine consciousness of gold, having gold rain on us. So all kinds of wealth, producing archanas and power, there's power spots for the goddesses at Astroved Remedy Center. And the Vedic specialists are going to do it. They know how to do it. And that's pretty much it. I think I've covered it all.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm excited now. I have to buy my package. Remember, folks, we have to, if you want the 133 bonus remedies, you have to purchase before April 30th. Also, I wanted to make note that on the calendar, you want to look up when the third moon starts for you, because I just checked, and on the US Astroved calendar, the third moon starts the evening of the 6th. So that's where our 24 hours comes in. On your calendar, it says it's the 7th because when the sun rises on that day, it's already the third moon. So that's the most significant day. But if you really want to do the whole 24-hour period, it starts on the 6th, goes through the 7th. So just make sure you are aware of those time energies, and this so that you can really take hold of everything you learned here and put it into practice. So your to-dos for this week is, if you are interested in joining any of the remedies, do that before April 30th so you get the extra bonuses. Do anything you might need to prepare for next Tuesday, where you'll have the most powerful Shreem Brzee day, and anything you may want to set up in advance, kind of clear portion of your schedule or whatnot. Sucharita mentioned the Shreem Brzee immersion, the Shreem Brzee collective program. That's on a link on the viewing page. If you're not on the viewing page, you can go to PillaiCenter.com. It's a banner right there at the top of the page, so you can grab onto that. That's month to month. And like she said, everyone's coming together, chanting Shreem Brzee, meditating collectively, and really increasing our energy. So that's something that's ongoing. It is a membership. So every month you'll be doing that. And if you want to start it during this period of time, also very powerful. Again, we're in this really unique time of the year where we have the benefits of the sun that we've been talking about from the Vedic New Year. Now we're getting these blessings, these Lakshmi blessings. And then when the sun moves into Taurus later on in May, that's the time for wealth. So this month and next month is your wealth times. So this is why we really want to emphasize how, this is important for you to understand and take advantage of these moments. So now, without further ado, let's get into our puja. Sucharita does the best pujas. She's so careful and loving. We don't know how long it'll go, though, because look at all the stuff on her altar.
Oh, it's going to be very quick.
Oh, quick. So I'm excited. But I'll be jumping off because I'm actually going to go to the Shreem Brzee collective call that starts any minute now. And I'll see all you folks later. And thank you so much, Sucharita, for all of your amazing knowledge and for helping us enjoy this beautiful puja.
Oh, thank you so much, Jayrada, for having me. And thanks so much again for creating wealth consciousness and all the beautiful programs around Shreem Brzee over the past years. And Jayrada just loves the goddess Shreem Brzee, so she keeps creating these fabulous programs. And I'm so grateful because I get to participate in them. So it's
Thanks.
awesome.
I do.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Sucharita, and we'll get into it now. Mm-hmm. So what you can do, everyone, is you can just we'll get into a state of receptivity where you're just going to be gazing towards this setup here. It's an altar for everyone to commune with the goddess, we have different items. So again, we have the statues here. There's about 6 statues or 8 statues. We even have little baby ones, little baby Lakshmis. And then we have, the reason we do this puja is because as in each and every one of us, we are made up of 5 elements. And those 5 elements also make up everything in the universe, including all these gods and goddesses, these divine archetypes. So we can decode or align with the energy of these divine beings much more readily when we give them or activate the elements inside of us by offering these elemental items. So the first item is representing the earth, and the earth is in our lower chakra. So as we're offering it, you might feel some some tingling or some energy moving through your pelvic region. Your tailbone is where the Muladhara, or the root chakra in Sanskrit. It is that psycho-spiritual center that will ground you. So it will ground that spiritual energy coming in, because spiritual energy can be just in our head and we'll space out. We won't feel it coming through our whole body. So when we offer, we've got some fruits and nuts and some, maybe a little bit of candies there. The goddess loves those. So we can offer that, and that represents the earth element, and you'll feel that in your lower chakra to ground you. And then we have the next item is water, and then this represents the element water. So we offer a drink to the divine, and then it awakens the chakra, the navel chakra, which is that chakra that creates. So we need to water the earth to create vegetation and things that we need to eat and all the beautiful gardens and so on. So just like that, we have the water element in getting activated inside of our navel chakra, our belly, our abdomen. And then that also cleanses all the organs. So it will bring life to the organs and we will feel revitalized. And so that's how you can connect with the divine in that chakra that is represented by water. The next element is fire. And we're moving up to the heart center and then also down the arms. So we need to set our heart's desire on fire. We need to crank up the heat and then feel it going down the arms, down the hands and into the fingers, because we do everything with our hands. There's nothing we don't do with our hands. We're moving our hands all the time, every day, talking with our hands, eating with our hands, typing with our hands, doing all the things that we need to do with our hands, picking things up, putting them down, and so on, hugging people. So we have to feel that we're full of fire energy. And so this ghee is clarified butter, and it is the food of the gods, especially Lakshmi. So we want to honor the fire element in the heart chakra, and that continues down the arms and hands and makes us to fulfill those desires. Then we have the element air, which is represented by this incense stick that I'm just about to light. And this incense stick is actually Shreem Brzee incense. So it is offered through Pillai Center. You can pick that up there too. We have everything. So it has special herbs to awaken wealth consciousness in your space. So if you only had incense, you would be bringing that into the space. Not just nice, it smells so awesome. It's beautiful aroma. But it feels like the goddess just woke up inside. So that's what it'll do. It will really just activate that connection. And so we have, this represents the element air. And we go to the throat chakra, the nasal passages, and then we can commune with the prana, the life force. So the subtler air that gives us life and helps us to clear the space. So we will, so that's the next element, the next chakra. And then finally we get into the element, we're going to offer the element that represents space energy. So space or ether or Akash is represented by flowers. Now, why flowers? Flowers, if you give someone a flower, you don't have to say anything. You just give them it and they will put a smile on their face, or they'll be surprised. They'll be like, oh, and they will feel something and you will feel something. No words need to be exchanged. So that's how our prayers are. Our prayers can be quite neurotic. I need this, I need that. But deep, deep in our hearts and our souls, that energy gets transmitted to the flower. And then that flower represents the Akash, the Akashic records that says, yes, in many lifetimes you were a king or a queen. You deserve to have royalty consciousness come to you again and all the benefits from it. So we will offer the flowers as acknowledging the element of space, Akash, ether, and that is in the third eye chakra, in the brain, in the eyes. So those are the different chakras that will get activated as we do this elementalization or puja offering. And you should feel that activation inside of you, as well as when all the items are being offered to these images of the goddesses here, then you will feel a spiritual transmission. So we don't want to do something just for entertainment that we're watching on a video or a webinar. We want to feel it. And the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai will be here because we'll invoke him. We'll also invoke Ganesha, and then we'll invoke the goddess, and you will feel the goddess. So without further ado, you can just be gazing towards this altar, and with all the images here, we'll call on Lord Ganesha, who is an elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly and he rides a mouse. He will open up the floodgates in the root chakra. So feel that in your legs and in your pelvis. You might even, if you closed your eyes momentarily, you might connect with a reddish orangish light. And then you can keep your eyes closed all the way through this if you want, but if you want to just have them gazing towards the images, that's fine too. Either way, you're going to feel the energy because Dr. Pillai is his energy will be coming through and activating this process. So focus on your root chakra. We'll call on Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now we'll call on Dr. Pillai. Imagine him appearing before you in a light form or a form you're familiar with. He sends 2 rays of light into your 2 eyes, another ray of light into your 3rd eye. Coming from his eyes and his 3rd eye, connect with the empowerment to increase wealth consciousness, grow it inside of you, and remove all negativity, all blocks, poverty consciousness. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. And slowly, slowly, you can have your eyelids just resting on your eyeballs, and your attention is going into the middle of your brain. We'll begin the puja or elementalization. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Focus on your belly, your abdomen, water. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Fill your heart center with fire, your arms, your hands. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Move up to the throat, the nasal passages, the mouth. Connect with the air element or prana, the subtler air, the life force. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Now we'll offer flowers representing the Akash, the ether, the space. Focus on your eyes, your brain, your midbrain. Absorb the energy of the goddess. Om Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. 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 Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om 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 Shreem Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Keep gazing forward. We're going to offer the coins. And every time a coin gets offered, you imagine the amount of money or whatever it is that you want to manifest gets into the coin, and we'll put it into the gold bowl, the gold bank account, where you can invest it and the divine will respond. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Merge with the gold coin offerings to the goddess. We'll complete the process by offering camphor light that will purify the body, the mind, the soul, and also the space of any negative energies that came in. And they will be cleared away. Rajati Rajaya Prasikhisahine Namo Vaiham Vaisravanaya Kurmahi Same Kamahan Kamakamayamahi Kameswaro Vaisravano Radatu Kuberaya Vaisravanaya Maharajaya Namaha. So you can reach out with your hands to take the light and then put it on your eyes, put it on your nostrils, your ears, your throat, your mouth, all your chakras. Feel the energy all around you, maybe in body parts that you have pain. It's a beautiful spiritual enhancer as well as a cleanser of any negativity. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind. peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world, peace, peace, peace. And slowly, slowly come back from wherever you were, or you can stay there as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So this concludes the puja or element of this offering to the goddess, and it concludes our ceremony here together and our discussion. And I hope that you had a beautiful experience, as well as your knowledge was exchanged, and you have some information that you can then follow up with and visit Pillai Center or Pillai Center Academy. You can find out about Shreem Brzee Collective, which we would love to see you there, be a part of the community that's growing wealth consciousness all around the world and creating that huge network of people who will be enjoying the benefits of the group, the expansion energy of wealth, and doing it on a regular basis, coming together, getting the empowerments from Dr. Pillai, the encouragement, meeting new people, like-minded people, and enjoying the miracles that happen and sharing those miracles. So thanks everyone for joining. We will see you during Akshaya Tritiya. If you have any questions or shared experiences, you can write them into office@Pillai Center, and then we will respond to you. And then if you'd like to participate in any of these services, then please do. And remember that the goddess knows what you can or cannot do, so don't stress. See what resonates with you, and if you really, really want it, it will happen. So God bless you all. Thank you so much. Thanks to Jairada, thanks to Dr. Pillai, and everyone here who supported this call. And we will see you when we see you next. Namaste.